welcome again to our Cabernet block. This is our prime Cabernet Sauvignon block on the farm, and what's interesting about this vineyard is that it actually makes two wines that are very different to each other, both being Cabernet Sauvignon. The top half of the vineyard produces our Dornier Cabernet Sauvignon. I think it's a little bit different due to the clone that we have there. We have a clone 169. It seems to make a wine that is a little bit lighter in style, sort of slightly lighter tannins, and also more on your red cherry and sort of red berry fruits. The bottom half of this vineyard seems to be a lot more darker in concentration, darker in color, more cassis and blackcurrant flavors, and we put this down to the domination of the clone 46, which is very much a clone that is used in Bordeaux for the top Bordeaux red varieties, and that is in fact what makes our Donatus red. In this block we use something that's quite special. We use some aerial photography, infrared aerial photography to be exact, and what that does is it helps us to select the best areas, to select the areas that are maybe a little bit weaker, or the areas that we don't necessarily want in the wine, or might not contribute positively towards the wine. And another thing we've done here is, because this block is our top vineyard, we have also extended the posts, because most of the posts end about here. So what we've done is we've extended them, and this just gives the plant a larger surface area, leaf surface area, and it helps to ripen the grapes. Welcome to the final wine in our range. This wine, to say it's special would be an understatement. I think this is one of our real feature wines, our flagship wines. This is the Donatus Red 2007. This year is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc. 95% Cabernet Sauvignon, as I mentioned with the vineyard talk. This comes mostly from the lower section of the vineyard, really creating those ripe characteristics of blackcurrant, sort of hints of cassis, but more onto the darker fruit, and leaning a little bit away from the red berry characteristics. And then the Cabernet Franc just creates that nice elegance, finesse to the blend, and some violet characteristics, and something we really like to soften down the blend. This wine has spent 40% of it has spent in new barrels, and the rest in second and third fill, and it's spent about 14 months in barrel. We only rack it once, as to try and maintain all those great characteristics, keep the fruit, and the tannin structure is, it's big. It's a 2007, and it is Cabernet Sauvignon dominated, so it is a wine that has got a lot of characteristics, a lot of depth, charm, something that should go on for a while. And if I had to smell, on the nose, it's got so much richness. It's just got so many different characteristics. It's got those red berry characteristics, but it's also got the sort of the nice fynbos characteristics, some sort of real cloves and spices. And then on the palate, it's a big wine. It's got a lot of concentration. 2007 already was quite a more elegant, finer vintage, but I think here in this vineyard we've just got excellent fruit, and it's something that is really quite masculine, quite big. Definitely something to put down for a few years and keep, and it will be fantastic.